Hi, this is Katura with BlueNotary, and today we're going to be looking at how you can invite a signer to a session using your Business Pro account with BlueNotary. So here from our dashboard, let's go to New Session, and we'll choose Remote Online Notarization. Now here we have the option of uploading a document. So I can choose from a few different sources. I can choose from my local computer, which is from desktop. I can choose a template, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, or Box Drive. For this though, I'll choose from a template. And I'll choose this document and press Save. Now that I have my document attached to the session, I can move on to participants. So the primary signer here can be someone that I'm entering for the first time, in which case I would just type in the person's name. Or if I've worked with this client before, I can use this drop down to see a list of participants that I've signed with in the past. And I want to put their email address. Now for authentication type, we have a few options. So we have biometrics, which is where a person will take a selfie of themselves and have their credentials, their ID or passport or other document verified. I can also choose KBA, where the credentials or document will be verified, but then the signer will also have to answer a knowledge-based authentication or questions that only they as the signer would know. And then I can choose none, which is for a signer who is personally known to me or does not require ID verification under the law. And then I would press Save. Now I can also add other participants to the session. I can add another signer. I can also add a witness. So let's click here. So here under Witness, I can choose to have BlueNotary find a witness for me. I can choose a witness, my own witness, perhaps a witness that I've used before, and I can use this drop down to look for a person who is going to be the witness. Or I can add a new witness, and I would have to put in this person's information to invite them to the session. Another type of participant can be an observer. So let's add an observer. And an observer is a person who may or may not join the session, but they will receive a copy of the document once the session is completed. So I would put their information here, and I also can choose what type of observer they are here. So the observer can be a moderator, an attorney, translator, contractor, admin, or other. And when I click here for other, I can specify their role, and then I would press Save. So once I've added all the participants to the session, I can go on to the session details. So I can choose a session type. GNW is general notary work. I can choose closing or estate planning. I can choose the session mode as either standard or MISMO, and MISMO would be for real estate transactions. I can also choose when the session will occur. So I can let the signer choose. The signer will get notified that they have the option of when they want to sign. And when they choose that time, the notary will be notified in real time that the signer is ready to sign their document. Notarize now, and then schedule for later at a time that you and the signer have agreed upon. Now for the notary for my Business Pro account, I can choose a team notary, a notary that's on my staff, and I can search for a notary on my team to add them to the session for this signing. Or I can choose an on-demand certified notary. Now for advanced options, let's take a look. I can create a session reference ID, a unique identifier that I want to put to make this signing stand out. I can send the session invitation immediately. That means the signer will get the invitation to sign as soon as I press send invitation. Or I can pre-tag first, which means I'll be taken to a screen to begin filling out the details of the document so that when the signer joins, everything is filled out and then the signing can commence smoothly. I can also choose who's going to pre-tag if there is pre-tagging going to be done. I can have no one is pre-tagging, which means the document will be filled out when the signer joins the session. I can choose myself if I'm pre-tagging, or I can choose the notary on staff who's going to be doing the signing. And for document delivery, I can do automatic, which means once the session is completed, the signer will get a copy of the document right away. Or I can change it to manually. And this will allow me some time to look over the document thoroughly before I release it to the signer. And once I've filled in all those details, I'm ready to send my invitation. So I hope that helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.